G'day guys, welcome back. I'm going to do a ring pour today. I've been doing so many flip and drags, I thought I'll have a little bit of a rest from them. I've been doing those cloud effects, which is so much fun, and I really like doing ring pours as well. This is a 30 by 40 centimeter canvas, which is a 12 by 16 inch, and I've used my 60-40 glue, so 60% glue, 40% water. In this bottle I put 600 grams of glue. I weigh it to 400 grams of water. You can do 6 ounces to 4 ounces, 600 milliliters to 400 milliliters, whatever you like, and just keep it in there, it's ready to go. The other thing I'm going to do, just for a change, to see what happens, is I'm going to add some of my Global Gloss Medium and Varnish. I just put it into that bottle. I'll show you the tub. I'll just grab it. I think, you know, if you're not in Australia, you can't get Global. I'm sure you could use Liquitex Medium and Varnish. There'd be a lot of companies that have this Gloss Medium and Varnish, so just a little drizzle of that. I haven't put it in yet, and I haven't used it before, so not as a pouring medium anyway. Just going to give a bit of a squirt like that into each one. And see how that goes. I do love it as a gloss varnish over the top of my pours. I use it for that all the time and I really like it. You do have to let your painting cure for a while though, otherwise it tends to change the colours. I think it kind of makes the colours run and you end up with like this hazy purplish tone over the whole canvas or over your colours. So make sure that you're leaving enough time before you're putting your gloss varnish on. I learnt that the hard way. Alright, and I haven't put any silicone in these. I will show you the consistency. I mix them up, 1 part pouring medium to 1 part paint, and I've just got my Global. So starting from here is white. And then I wanted a yellow, but I didn't want a bright yellow because I didn't want the yellow and the magenta making orange. So I've got this yellow oxide. This one is magenta, which is like, you know, pinky red. And then we've got a light turquoise, which is called peacock. And then there's a blue that I just made up. It's cobalt blue and cool blue mixed together. And then my dioxazine purple, that lovely dark purple that I make. So those are the colours. And all right, let's start layering. I'm just going to fill this cup up. Here's my cloth. Didn't wash my cloth. That's going to be a problem. Now, a little bit. I've noticed that with the ring pours, I can't put equal amounts of paint in because the middle is obviously a smaller area, and then as the rings get bigger and bigger as they go out, you need more paint. So I'm going to try that. So a little bit more of my pink, and then I'm going to put some white in. I'm going to drizzle that across the top just before I change from to my cool colours. Pour some of that in. And some of the blue. I need a bit more of the blue, don't I? And then I'm going to go with the white again, just because I'm changing from blues to purple. And then a nice big blob of purple in the bottom, in the last bit there. So I've still got a little bit of the purple left, and I might use that for my corners. Hopefully this is going to be enough paint. Because with the ring pour, I was going to show you the consistency. With the ring pour, you want to be able to stretch those rings out. I'll show you on this turquoise because it's a nice lightish colour. So it's about the same consistency as I would use for my flip cup pours. You can see a little mound there. Leaves a ribbon. Hold your stick about 1 inch from the surface. Don't hold it way up here. If you hold it way up here, you're going to get much more paint, or the weight of the paint dropping down, and you see you don't get a mound. So hold it there, about 1 inch from the surface. That way you can consistently get the same consistency. consistent consistency. Right, now I poured my colours in from this side, so I'm going to pinch here. And I do like this cardboard cup because then it's easy to pinch. Otherwise you can use a little jug with a handle and a spout. Righto, let's just pour into the middle. Now get as close to the surface as you can when you are doing your ring pour. Otherwise your rings tend to be a little bit sort of wobbly, but if you get nice and close you can make sort of a nice ribbon sort of a look. I hope I've got enough paint. Maybe I should have used it all. Never mind. I can make more, can't I? That's looking pretty. Let's give it a torch. It's a lot of white. I didn't think I'd have that much white. I know I did put an extra couple of layers of white, and you can see it where it was, there and there. Drizzled it over the top. And by drizzling it right across the top, I've actually got white spread out throughout the whole thing, not just on one side. Now, I'm going to use and add a little bit more water to my leftover purple to thin it out, and then I'm going to put it on the edges here. I think it's a good idea to go with the colour that you last put in. There's no point me putting yellow on the outside because that'll look a bit strange. Really just want it to match whatever colour went in last. I think that's a good thing anyway, but you don't have to. You can, if you want to put yellow on the edges, you can. I just wanted the yellow centre, you see. Now I'm just going to spread this a bit. Won't take too long. Not worry about the sides just yet. I can always make up a little bit more purple. I should always keep a little bit of purple to do the sides. You see how the purple blends in nicely to the purple, the last of the colours that went into the cup? I think it just finishes it off nicely if you've got that matching colour there. But by all means, if you want a different colour on the outside, do that. So sometimes you might just have to make up a little bit extra of whatever colour's going in last, so that you have got that bit of extra paint to put around the outside and also to do your sides of your canvas in that same colour. Maybe I can finger paint, just go around there like that. And I don't have to make up any more, do I? That works. Trying to be quick, guys, covering it up, cover up my sides. It'll just save me making up more paint later on. Instead of making up more paint for this, I can make up more paint for another pour for you. It's Mother's Day today, Sunday, so happy Mother's Day to all the mums out there. We're just spending a lazy day at home today. My son did say to me yesterday, Mum, do you want us to come over for lunch tomorrow? I'm thinking, well, would have been nicer, Shane, if you'd actually said, hey Mum, how about we bring you some lunch? Because I'm thinking, I don't want to have to cook lunch. So, and my other daughter, or my daughter Christy, she lives away, as you know, so she's coming up next weekend. And I said to him, well, how about we all get together next weekend when Dad's back and Christy's back, and we can all go out together. So thanks for the offer. So I'm probably just going to spend the day painting and watching movies, having a lovely relaxing day, the way I love to spend my days off. I'm a bit of a homebody. I'm not really into staying out all night and partying. Much prefer just to stay home with my doggies and paint. Not terribly exciting, is it? But that's me, that's who I am. Can't change it. Can you guys see? I might have to turn it around so you can actually see what I'm doing on that corner. So I'm just leaving the purple on the corners for now. I can always go back and change that later. So this, when you're tilting, it's really up to you what you want to do. You know, you can go corner to corner, across, you can go in a big circle, you can bring the weight back to the center each time or not. It doesn't really matter with this, just whatever floats your boat, as they say. Wish I had a little bit more pink in the middle rather than all that yellow and white. This is what I was saying to you, when you're doing your layers, try to layer a little bit of the colours that are going in the middle, and then a little bit more of the next colour and a little bit more of the next colour. Even though I only put a little bit of white, I probably put a bit too much, because when it stretches it looks like there's a lot in there. I might leave it like that. I do think I've still got too much white, especially through here. It's kind of dulling my magenta out a bit, and then I've got a lot in the middle, so not that happy with it. It's okay. And I don't really want to tilt any more off, otherwise I'm going to lose all my turquoise. And I don't like this, how this sticks out here, so I might just take that a little bit off that. See that? Might be something in there. I stuck my finger in it. Take the weight back to where I want it to go, and then I'll just tip that weird little blob thing off. Yeah, off you go. But because I've tipped that off, now they've got a lot of white showing there. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go off that corner. Keep a tiny little bit of aqua there. You don't have to have every corner exactly the same. I've got my other corners which are purple. Adds a little bit of interest when they're not exactly the same, hey? I think that's better. Happier with that. So I've got more of the pink up here, and then down there I've got more of the blue. Okay, happy with that. I'll leave that. My mucky hands, give them a wipe. I'll give it a quick torch. Yeah, I kind of feel as if there's a bit too much yellowy white in the center, so I might do it again at some stage. Look at all my bubbles popping. Whoa, lots and lots of bubbles. But I did want to see what it looked like with extra couple of layers of white, and that kind of kept my yellow away from my blue, so there's no green, which is good. There's a little bit of this sort of darker, and see, it hasn't even really gone orange, maybe a tiny little bit, but it still looks quite yellow, a dark yellow and a light yellow. I should stop fiddling, should I? I just don't really like that squiggle there, but that'll do. Okay, I'll take you down for a close-up. Actually, I better check my sides first. I think my sides are okay. Might have to do a little bit of a touch-up. I want to do one in one of my split cut paws in rainbow colours. Actually, you know, looking at that now, from up there. I do think I want to take some of that off. I've just taken my gloves off. Turned them inside out and took them off, so I'm going to have to use my other grubby gloves. It's not until you get up and look at it from a different angle you think, yeah, I don't really like that so much. How's that? Just bring it back to the middle a touch. Okay. Yep, I'm happier with that. That little bit there matches that little bit. The purple on those two. Happier with that one. Righto, now I can take you down for a close-up. Still too much yellow in the middle though. Never mind. Just means I get to do it again. Right, let me get out of the light. There you go. What do you think? It's pretty. There's a little eye there. Look at the little eye. Just there. Little cell popped up all on its own. Haven't got any oil in here, but do get the little cells every now and then. Alright, hope you enjoyed that. I think I'll do another one in these colours because I've lost all my purple off the sides. And yeah, just too much white in the middle. So I will do it again, and I'll see you for the next pour. Bye for now.